You are sitting on the couch. Your partner walks into the room. They look at the sink, see the unwashed dishes, and let out a heavy, exhausted sigh. Just a sigh. But to you, that sigh feels like a gunshot. Instantly, your chest tightens. Your heart rate spikes. You feel a sudden, overwhelming wave of defensiveness, irritation, or perhaps a deep, sinking sadness. You snap back with a sarcastic comment, or you get up and walk out of the room, slamming the door behind you. 10 minutes later, you are in a full-blown screaming match about the dishes. Or about being late. Or about how they never listen. But here is the profound, life-changing truth that Dr. Sue Johnson reveals in her groundbreaking book Hold Me Tight. You are not actually fighting about the dishes. You are not fighting about being late. You are fighting for your emotional survival. For decades, traditional couples therapy operated on a flawed premise. Therapists taught couples communication skills. They taught them to use I statements, to practice active listening, to negotiate, and to compromise. They treated marital arguments like business disputes that needed logical resolution. But Dr. Johnson, a pioneering clinical psychologist and the developer of emotionally focused therapy, EFT, discovered that teaching communication skills to a couple in distress is like teaching ballroom dancing to people who are actively on fire. It doesn't work. Because when we are in a relationship conflict, we are not acting logically. We are acting out of a primal, biological panic. Hold Me Tight * completely shatters the myth that adult love is just a social construct or a romantic ideal. Dr. Johnson proves, through decades of rigorous scientific research, that adult romantic love is an attachment bond. It is wired into our nervous systems in the exact same way as the bond between a mother and her infant. We are not meant to be fiercely independent, self-sufficient islands. That is a cultural myth. We are biologically hardwired to seek proximity, safety, and comfort from a specific attachment figure. When that bond feels secure, we are confident, resilient, and capable of taking on the world. But when that bond is threatened, when we feel disconnected or emotionally abandoned by our partner, our brain registers it as a direct threat to our survival. We go into attachment panic. Today, we are going to dive deep into this revolutionary framework. We will uncover the hidden psychological cycles that destroy relationships, decode the primal fears driving your arguments, and learn the exact steps to build a secure, unbreakable emotional bond with your partner. To understand why relationships fail, we must first identify the traps. Dr. Johnson calls these negative interaction cycles the demon dialogues. When couples lose their secure connection, they inevitably fall into one of three destructive patterns. These dialogues are not about solving problems, they are about managing the terrifying anxiety of disconnection. The first demon dialogue is find the bad guy. This is the mutual blame game. Both partners feel hurt and disconnected, but instead of expressing that vulnerability, they attack. Every conversation becomes a courtroom trial. You always do this. No, you're the one who never does that. Both partners are desperately trying to prove that the other person is the cause of the pain. They are both screaming, "I am not the bad guy, you are." But in this dialogue, there are no winners. The more you attack, the more your partner defends, and the deeper the disconnection grows. You are both so busy trying to win the argument that you lose the relationship. The second, and by far the most common, demon dialogue is the protest polka. This is the classic pursuer-distancer dynamic. If you have ever felt like you are constantly nagging, complaining, or trying to get your partner to engage, while your partner constantly withdraws, shuts down, or walks away, you are trapped in the protest polka. Let us look deeply at the psychology of the pursuer. The pursuer is not just needy or nagging. The pursuer is experiencing a profound attachment panic. When they feel their partner pulling away, their nervous system screams, "I am losing them. I am alone." To manage this terror, they protest. They criticize, they demand, they raise their voice, they try to force a reaction. Any reaction is better than no reaction. If they can make their partner angry, at least they know their partner is still emotionally engaged. Now, look at the distancer. The distancer is not cold or unfeeling. The distancer is also terrified, but their coping mechanism is to shut down. When the pursuer attacks, the distancer feels overwhelmed, inadequate, and terrified of failing. Their nervous system registers the pursuer's anger as a threat, so they emotionally numb out. They retreat into their shell, they avoid eye contact, they give one-word answers, or they physically leave the room. They tell themselves, "I just need to keep the peace. I need to stay calm." But to the pursuer, this silence is deafening. It confirms their worst fear, "I am alone." They don't care. So the pursuer protests louder, which makes the distancer retreat further. It is a tragic, self-reinforcing dance of panic, and it will eventually exhaust both partners until the relationship dies. The third demon dialogue is freeze and flee. This is the silent killer of relationships. In this stage, the arguments have stopped. The pursuer has finally given up protesting. Both partners have emotionally checked out. They live like roommates. They talk about logistics, about the kids, about the grocery list, but they never talk about their feelings. They have built a fortress around their hearts to protect themselves from the pain of rejection. It feels peaceful on the surface, but underneath, it is a state of profound, chronic loneliness. They are together, but they are entirely alone. To escape these demon dialogues, you must understand what is actually happening beneath the surface. Dr. Johnson explains that every argument is triggered by a raw spot. A raw spot is an emotional wound, often originating in childhood, that gets activated when your partner does something specific. For example, if you grew up in a home where your parents were emotionally distant, your raw spot might be feeling ignored. When your partner looks at their phone while you are talking, it doesn't just annoy you, it triggers the deep, childhood terror of being invisible and unimportant. If you grew up in a chaotic home where you were constantly criticized, your raw spot might be feeling inadequate. When your partner corrects your driving, it triggers the deep shame of never being good enough. When a raw spot is hit, we do not react to the present moment. We react to the past. And we do not express our true, vulnerable emotion. We express a secondary emotion, usually anger or defensiveness, to protect ourselves. The pursuer expresses anger to hide their fear of abandonment. The distancer expresses indifference to hide their fear of failure. To break the cycle, you must stop reacting to the secondary emotions and start addressing the primary, vulnerable emotions. You must answer the three fundamental questions that every human being asks their attachment figure. Dr. Johnson summarizes these in the acronym ARE. A stands for accessibility. Can I reach you? Are you emotionally available to me, or are you walled off? R stands for responsiveness. Can I rely on you to respond to my emotional needs? Will you comfort me when I am distressed? E stands for engagement. Do you value me? Do I matter to you? Will you stay close to me? When you can confidently answer yes to these three questions, you have a secure attachment bond. You have a safe haven. But when the answer is no, you are in attachment panic. So, how do we build this secure bond? How do we stop the protest polka and create a relationship where both partners feel safe, seen, and valued? Dr. Johnson outlines a transformative process, often achieved through emotionally focused therapy, but the core principles can be applied by any couple willing to do the work. The first step is to recognize and name the cycle. You and your partner must stop looking at each other as the enemy, and start looking at the cycle as the enemy. You must be able to say, "We are doing the protest polka again. I am getting loud because I am panicking, and you are shutting down because you feel overwhelmed. The cycle is attacking us, not each other." When you externalize the cycle, you instantly de-escalate the conflict. You are no longer fighting each other, you are fighting the pattern together. The second step is to find the raw spots and express the primary emotions. This requires immense courage. It requires you to drop the armor of anger and defensiveness. The pursuer must stop criticizing and say, "When you walk away, I don't feel angry, I feel terrified. I feel like I am losing you, and I don't know how to reach you." The distancer must stop defending and say, "When you yell at me, I don't feel indifferent, I feel like I am failing you. I shut down because I am terrified of saying the wrong thing and making it worse." When you express these raw, vulnerable emotions, it completely changes the neurological dynamic of the interaction. You are no longer a threat to your partner's nervous system, you are a human being asking for comfort. It invites empathy instead of defensiveness. The third step is to revisit a rocky moment and heal attachment injuries. Every couple has moments of deep betrayal or profound neglect. Maybe it was an affair, maybe it was a moment of public humiliation, or maybe it was simply being completely ignored during a medical crisis. These are attachment injuries. They cannot be swept under the rug. They must be brought into the light. The injured partner must be able to express the depth of their pain without being attacked, and the offending partner must be able to listen, validate that pain, and offer genuine, heartfelt remorse. This is not about forgiving and forgetting. It is about integrating the pain into the relationship so it no longer acts as a hidden landmine. The final, and most beautiful, step is the hold me tight conversation. This is the practice of actively creating a secure bond. It involves expressing your needs clearly, directly, and vulnerably, without demanding or manipulating. It is about saying, "I need you to hold me when I am sad. I need you to look at me when I am talking. I need to know that I am your priority." And it requires the partner to actively step forward and meet that need, to say, "I am here. I am not going anywhere. You matter to me." When you consistently practice this, you rewire your relationship. You build a secure base. And the effects of a secure attachment bond extend far beyond the relationship itself. Decades of psychological research show that when people feel securely attached, their stress hormones decrease, their immune systems strengthen, and their emotional resilience skyrockets. A secure relationship is not just a source of happiness, it is a literal buffer against the physical and psychological toll of life. You become more confident in your career, more patient with your children, and more capable of handling adversity, because you know that no matter what happens in the outside world, you have a safe haven to return to. As we conclude this deep exploration of Hold Me Tight, it is vital to understand that love is not a lucky accident. It is not something that just happens to you in the honeymoon phase and then magically fades away. Love is a skill. It is a biological imperative that requires attention, understanding, and deliberate action. The arguments you have with your partner are not signs that your relationship is failing. They are the desperate, clumsy attempts of your nervous systems trying to reconnect. The next time you find yourself in a fight, the next time you feel the urge to attack or the urge to run away, pause. Take a deep breath. Recognize the demon dialogue. Look past the anger and the silence, and see the frightened human being standing in front of you. Ask yourself the ARE questions. Are you accessible? Are you responsive? Are you engaged? You have the power to change the dance. You have the power to stop the protest polka and start building a fortress of security. It will not be easy. It will require you to be vulnerable, to drop your defenses, and to face your deepest fears of rejection. But the reward is the most profound, life-giving experience a human being can have, the absolute certainty that you are loved, you are valued, and you are never, ever alone. Thank you for joining this journey into the science and soul of human connection. If this framework resonates with you, if it gives you a new lens to view your relationship and the tools to build a deeper bond, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, love is not a mystery to be solved. It is a bond to be nurtured. Go forth, recognize your cycles, express your true emotions, and hold each other tight. If you enjoyed this book, please let me know in the comments. I'd also love to hear what book you'd like me to summarize next or what type of books you're interested in. Your suggestions help shape this channel, and I'll do my best to bring you the content you want. Thank you for subscribing to Raw Books. Your support means a lot.